Hello everyone and welcome back to the Yukir tribe, where our wonderful Kaylee has ended up having quite a few beautiful babies with the Mega Moose horns, including our wonderful Cocoas, who is actually named after our niche creature Coco, who passed away without leaving anyone in the family tree. So unfortunately she has vanished from the family tree since we weren't able to actually breed with her. And I really love the idea that Cocoas has taken on her name, because the Yukir tribe has become increasingly kind of insular, really focusing on one another, kind of putting their tribe mates above any of the other creatures that they might run into, like Rarako. What are you doing, young ma'am? Oh, she does have digging paw, however. That might be very, very useful for us. We might invite Ravako into the tribe, actually. We don't have a lot of food to really be doing that nonsense with right now, so Tom, grab those berries before she takes them. And then we may think about inviting her in and making her go around and digging up all of these really delicious roots that we have all over the place, in exchange for having protection from the big predators that roam the island. Maybe Ravako will think that's worth it, but we need to have enough food before we can even invite her in, so we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, so welcome back. We are still recovering from the Balance Bear blizzard that stole our Black Rose from us. I'm still very upset about losing Black Rose a few days ago. That was very hard for me. And we are celebrating the fact that we do finally have one of the creatures, Lului here, who bears all of the fantastic traits that make up the niche, the Yukir niche tribe. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It happened so suddenly, and I know that it wasn't so suddenly, but we worked so hard to have an armored-bodied, mega-horned, hammer-tailed creature, and she has cracker jaw right now, but she has all three of the prehistoric genes that we've managed to keep in the tribe. We lost Mamutfoot with Annika and Anakin Skywalker, if you guys remember Anakin Mamutfoot Walker that we had a while back, but Lului will hopefully have lots of children that have those three distinctive Yukir traits, with Bambi here, who the only thing he's lacking is an active hammer tail. He does happen to have the recessive gene for it though, so hopefully that'll play out. But we are not going to stay on this island too long. We are going to let these two possibly have some babies, because the whole tribe is kind of aware that keeping those prehistoric genes in the family is very important. So they sort of arranged this marriage from the get-go. And the others are wandering around. And speaking of wandering around and gathering resources, though, we do have Cora over here who is about to give birth. So before I forget, let's put that fishing tail in for Cora. We unexpectedly, there we go, had gills mutate on two of our niche creatures in a row on this island. And we're saying that that's because the Yukir tribe just does not do very well when they don't breed and live where there's snow. Weird things start happening to the genetics that they have, and so we're saying that they really want to run away and like get over to a new island. In fact, we may even have Lului start working towards a new island before, she only has 16 days left to live, but I love the idea of trying to get out here. I think Lului is really restless. She doesn't want to stay here. The tribe wants to get back to the snows, and I like the idea that we have negative effects like unexpected gills evolving on our creatures when we stay away from snowy lands. Also very frustrating that there's so many clams right there and I can't get them. Ugh. So at least get a claw or something so we can do some fishing, or so we can or have nimble fingers so we can crack that open, for crying out loud. All right, well, let's get a move on. I think we do want to invite the new creature into the tribe, but I don't know if we should just yet. Kaylee might want to jump around. Let's see. Should we breed Bambi? Let's have the boys go over. We're going to have Avaru and his sister Anara. I didn't, by the boys, I meant these two. Oh, and it looks like they can actually breed together. Wonderful. Mega horns in one, hammertail on the other. Okay, so these two could be a pair. I think the Yukirs are starting to kind of arrange marriages, because Kaylee's put two and two together, or I should say prehistoric together, and realize that keeping those traits in the family is kind of what the Yukirs are all about. For story purposes, we'll say that's just because it's like the honor of their ancestors to stay adapted for the cold or for their snowy lands that way, even if it's not like the most perfect adaptations. Yes, a nest! All right, so there is a nest over here. That's what I was going to be looking for. And Avaru just found another nest. And so Anara, do we hear a bunny? There is a bunny over here. Aha, Anara! Yes. All right. So Anara managed to get this bunny. And I think that Lului would be willing to go ahead, and like get ready to have her children, but she wants to be on a constant move. So she wants to start heading like all the way over here, where hopefully they can continue on to a new island as soon as possible. Lului does not want to stick to this land because it is not the snowy land she's been raised being told is super important for their ancestors for so long. Let's see, and I need to start getting some more food. Meanwhile, Avine and Sienna can start collecting up more food very quickly. I know, okay, Avine? Okay, Sienna? Okay, there's a Domingo, which could be food. Alright, there's a little bit of food there. And then Avine, there should be a berry bush like right over here, Avine, that we're gonna come up to and we'll start collecting from and or destroying. But those two will have to breed to keep the Yukir line strong and continuing. Let's see, we'll move you over here. Kaylee is just going to go ahead and like destroy that berry bush. She has no problem. Reaching down and destroying berry bushes with those big old horns she has is actually one of the main ways the tribe has survived so far. Oh no, and little Tomkir cannot actually gather up any of the nuts. But he does have Digger's Paw, and somehow I missed out on that. So we're going to send this little one off, and he's going to start digging up these roots. And I wonder, I feel like maybe Digger's Paw would be a really good trait to give to our children. I feel like Claw is essential. Let's see, what is the attack on Lului? I mean, look at Lului's attack. She's got really high attack, and keeping Cracker Jaw for cracking open nuts and seashells is super important. She can do a little bit of fishing if she so wanted in the icy waterfalls. See, she was just raised with all of these rumors about what the snowy lands look like, and she has dreams of seeing snow for the first time and building a nest under an evergreen pine tree with its sharp scent and wanting to fish in the icy waterfalls on the new lands. She knows they're not supposed to be here. The Yukirs are not meant for this land. So let's see. What are we gonna have? We've had a baby over here. Let's see. Takir. We're gonna name you after your father, actually. Or actually, we'll name you after one of the amazing names that you people have suggested in the comments below. Leave your names in the niche comments below, and then we actually go through and collect them. I still have over 1,400 now, but we always go back when we have a chance and collect tons more and add to the list, and it's fantastic. I will never have to worry about what I'm going to name my niche creatures again. I love it. Keep it coming, guys, because I do have a personal goal of hopefully, and I think I may have hinted this to you guys before, this week I think I've been doing a really good job of it, but I have a personal goal of trying to continue playing daily niche until the very end of the year. It's just a personal random goal. It's just an example of how much I love niche. It has officially passed Stardew Valley and how many hours I have invested in the game, which is kind of amazing. Also, thank you, Convenient Bunny, for providing a very hungry pregnant Lului with some food, and she's just gonna go ahead and eat everything because why not? But I do have just a personal goal of trying to see what will happen if I try playing niche for an entire year, I've already played it for a whole year, but for playing it daily until the end of the year. Just a personal challenge. Don't know if we'll be able to actually achieve that, but I'm gonna need a lot of names for that, so keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming, and hopefully it'll be really fun to see what stories will we be telling if we keep going until like a whole year, or until the end of the year. If we keep going until like the end of 2017, what kind of niche stories will we have told? That's going to be so fascinating. We've already run into so many different characters, and we've learned so much more about the game and their adventures. I'm just really feeling quite excited by the idea. So, all right, let me go ahead and clear these away. So yeah, a whole until December. All right, I'm gonna do my best. That's gonna be really hard on top of all of our other series, but that is my goal. And again, it'll be fun to know what we're doing now, and then look at all of the adventures and stories and tribes and really amazing things that have happened when we get to the end of the year. After doing YouTube for 5 years, I'm kind of like really in the mood to be able to watch the stories evolve. And to do that, you have to show up pretty often. At least daily is really, really useful for things like niche and some of our other series. So that being said, enough rambling. Let's look up a baby boy name. I just saw a really, really good one I liked a lot, and that was, where was it? Was it not Webby? We're gonna go with, let's go with, You know what, dang it, Webby. I saw Webby and now I'm kind of obsessed with Webby. So we're going to name this little boy Webby. And the reason we're going to give him that name is that he does have those gills. Did he get the fishing tail? He did not. Curses. All right. So I think what I want to have our creatures start getting is still runner's leg. And we want to keep an eye on that fishing tail for next time these two have any children. And what can their son do? He's just got runner's leg. So much runner's leg, and yet it's not useful for anything that we're currently doing. Why? Oh dear. All right, Anari, why don't you and Avaru continue to explore this direction, maybe find something useful. Taro, can you, like, he can't hunt anything. What can he do? He can gather things and he can attack maybe some crabbits, neither of which are currently available. Can he crack anything? He can't even crack anything. We may have to let go of our goal of experimenting with a branch of the tribe, and I can't leave the baby, so we'll stay over here and just regather the nest material. But we may have to let go of our goal of having a branch of the tribe that would be dedicated to having the gills. It would be interesting to see if we could use gills and maybe fishing together, or gills and cracking together, to be able to gather all these clams. That could have helped us on the Balance Bear Blizzard Island that we just like had to flee from. But I don't know if, I don't know. We'll have to see if we can make use of it. All right, Anari, we're gonna keep you moving too. Everybody's kind of on the move. And then do we have, there's something to dig right there. I need more roots, please. And there's going to be stuff to dig over here, so we'll dig those up. And then we've got a little baby cocois. Let's see. We'll scooch over here and then breed again. Dang it. Breed again. Kaylee does not have long for this. No, it's Tom's last baby. We have to have a baby. Oh, thank goodness. No, Tom! I'm gonna miss Tom so much. Do we have Cracker Jaw? Okay, we have Cracker Jaw. I'm gonna try to make Cracker Jaw be the thing that we can keep with Tom's children. That's so sad. All right, and then we should also make sure that maybe, or Cracker Jaw or Nimble Fingers maybe. I'm gonna put those two in. Or actually, she has double runner's leg, so leaving one claw in is probably a good idea. All right, there we go. So Kaylee is going to have her last child with Tom, and then possibly have to let her daughter, Lului, take over when it comes to having lots of babies for the Ukir tribe. I also want to move them out of here. Oh, speaking of lots of babies for the Ukir tribe, Sienna is getting ready to have her baby. We'll go ahead and let her have her baby right over here, I think. And we'll just see how that baby turns out. All right, so everybody's lined up. Not sure if we're going to keep that branch of the tribe. Don't know if it'll help. Whoa! You think you're gonna, like, bother this tribe, buddy? I've got some news for you, carnivore, Baron, yeah? Yeah, this tribe, yeah, they thrive on your type coming over and thinking they can eat them, because yeah, you don't do anything. All right, we're just gonna casually. Can we do some more damage? All right, Lulu's excited because she sees this as food, so they're actively hunting. And we have a little baby. Oh, Tom has passed away. Why? He's left behind a child with megahorn recessive. Ooh, dang it, little baby Corey. Unfortunately, probably is never going to be a breeder in our family. We're gonna name her Junie. I really think that's a charming name for her. But little Junie, who mutated a claw, is never going to be a breeder for our family because she is lacking the full armored body. So that's not helpful for our particular tribe. There we go. And then Kokois, can you guard your sibling? I hope that little Junie isn't going to be taken away. But I think that Kaylee was not going to have that predator threaten her pregnant eldest daughter either. Twins! We have twins! Oh my goodness gracious. What do we have here? Is Anna, who needs a new name, doesn't have Hammertail. Her brother does, though! Yes! Good job, Aveen! We'll name him after you. Avi. We'll go with Avi. And then we've got a healthy female baby girl who carries recessive hammertail and mega horns, has armored body. So there's traits of her that we might want to pass on in the future. Scroll through our list of 1,000 plus comments and we run into the name Russet, which actually would fit her. So we'll go ahead and name her Russet. There we go. All right, so we have little Russet and Avi and a very proud papa in Aveen. And we need more food. We come back to the food issue once more. We're really struggling on the whole food thing. He's just going to have to watch over his children. Oh dear, we really are struggling on the whole food thing. not a time to take food choices very lightly. Yeah, we might have to just go ahead and let go of our underwater breathers because they're not really bringing anything into the tribe. And Avaru and Anari might want to come over here. They're actually going to be mates and work on gathering up nuts from this tree. So, and meanwhile, Bambi's like, look, we were supposed to, Luluri, we were supposed to have our babies over here. Maybe they should just go ahead and start having their babies down here. They do want to start moving towards the other area, though. They're a migratory species, and they're done with this island as far as Luluri thinks. All right, lots of food, lots of food. Kaylee will go ahead and gather up this food. Little Junie can start moving out. Kokois, can you do anything to gather up food? She's a berry gatherer, so not terribly useful, but we'll send her out to start looking for berries to gather. We have a rogue male on the premises. Bambi! Attack! Oh dear! Attack! Oh, thank goodness. All right, and Tom Kier, I think, would definitely attack him too and get rid of him. And Luluri, we're going to go ahead and have her settle in on the nest right over here. And we're going to have these babies start moving too. We don't want to have too many creatures at once. There we go. To take care of. So we'll have Aveen. Can he find anything around here? He might start clearing the path, and we'll start moving a whole bunch of our creatures over towards this shore. Also, we do have a very nice tree to gather lots of nuts from. Anari can scooch over here. There's more nuts. Oh, and there's a whole berry bush. Perfect! Anari, this looks like a great place to set up camp and have babies. In fact, the Luluri might become jealous and want to go share that with you. All right, what do we have over here? We have a whole leech. So we're basically hunting leeches in these waters. All right, we'll have their son come and join them. All right, so Webby is on his way. Still not sure if I want to keep breeding these ones. I'm not sure if they're giving back in terms of investment for the risk of having guild creatures. We'll have to see. All right, and Tom here, he needs to start looking for some more roots. So I'm going to send him, hey, back off. All right, he defended his tribe from the rogue male. Wonderful. And Kaylee is just very aggressive about like protecting her babies. There's lots and lots of nuts around here that little Junie actually might stay and take care of since she has big body. So Junie might become another one of our tree lovers where she sticks with one family tree. But I want to move the rest of the family over to the next portal so we can try to move as quickly as we can. We're not doing very good with food management though, so I got to keep an eye on that. All right, who died? Wait, oh no, nobody died. Somebody just had a leech. Who had a parasite? You've got to let me know about these things, little ones. All right, up over here. Taro has a parasite. And did he get anything? Okay, and he wasn't able to collect from whatever those were. So we'll go ahead and remove the parasite. Yeah, I just don't know what I think about having... Oh, and there's a gold leech. I mean, they can get leeches, but that's not exactly a very high return on investment. And then over here, Anari is settling in, and she can gather up nuts and destroy a berry bush. That's about all she can do over there. But over here, Avaru... Oh, there's a bunny for him to get. Avaru can keep an eye on those bunnies, and we'll go ahead and grab that one. So they found a good spot to fuel up on some food. Lassie, look at you! Oh my gosh, yes! Okay, where's a cool name? I need another cool female name. Alright, close my eyes, zip around, and now we have Kamaro. Interesting. Seems to fit her. So, Komoro. Right here, beautiful Komoro, and she has been added into the family. Please tell me. Mega horns, check. Armored body, check. And hammertail, check. Oh my gosh, her fertility is like as terrible as it could get. So we're starting to have creatures that are difficult to breed, but she's healthy. And actually, the difficulty in breeding them sort of reminds me what it's like to have elephants or big buffalo or maybe like mammoths breed. They're not going to be having babies every 2 seconds. So maybe we can start looking at low fertility, kind of like that. And that's kind of bad because we do have Yukir, the snow god, who has the high fertility and the blessing of twins to like watch over our tribe. But maybe the low fertility and the difficulty in having children is kind of a reflection on the fact that we aren't with the god Yukir at the moment. All right, and there we go. Yeah, Lulu destroyed that bush, but that's because she's insistent on us actually getting a move on. All right, Kakois, who is going to be a good breeder in the future. We'll have her continue moving on. Bambi is here with his mate, and there we go. So they're going to have another child, and I could have sworn there were some roots nearby. All right, and Tomkir is gathering up some roots, and then he'll cross the river too. And now that Luluri has this clamshell nearby, she'll be able to collect the clamshell at least. And I think Junie, we'll have her clean that spot up. I think Junie may stay over here. Yeah, I think Junie's going to stay here, and Kaylee is going to curl up. She's unfortunately about to pass away, but she's going to curl up, and Sienna will say goodbye to her as well and rest under the tree that her mate died at, rest next to the berry bush that she was able to save the tribe from starvation at, and stay here. But the rest of the tribe, it's time for them to move on to new lands. So we're going to have their children get a scooch on too, and Sienna is gonna get a scooch on, and we're gonna have them all start moving and migrating because that is what the Yukirs do. All right, everybody had their fair shot at scooching around. I think so. And oops, Taro. And I think I don't know if we are gonna keep the underwater explorers. We'll have to see. And there we are, you guys. We have now lost Aveen and we have lost Kaylee. They have reached just the elder stage of their life, and another chapter has closed. I am never going to forget Kaylee. Without her, so much of what we've accomplished in this tribe wouldn't have been able to be done. We would have died ages ago without her, and I will never forget that. All right, so we're gonna have these little ones. Luluri wants to keep moving with her daughter, Komoro, but maybe we should have her child be born right over here since we have more of the tribe following up. And I think it takes like an act of a miracle for Bambi to be able to convince his mate that it's okay, that she should rest for a second before moving on. And Kokois will have her jump over here. And now the tribe is focused on just clearing away the land and preparing to move to an island that might suit them a little bit better. So they're getting ready to scooch on to this port, and then we'll see if we can do better with food over there, because we just have not been able to pick up any food here. The twins, Avi and Russet, are going to attack that berry bush, and Sienna, maybe I should have had her mate with her mate before we left, but Sienna can come down and gather up some of these mini clamshells we've been having to pass up. But the whole family is starting to move over here, and Sienna was able to safely leave her babies behind, knowing that they would follow because they're armored body, and you know how the Yukir tribe is about like making sure their children don't get chewed on. They don't think they will, so they never really watch their kids very closely. But all right, we're going to continue moving to the portal, maybe even making it to the next island next time. But we'll have to see if Luluri's very insistent, persistent demands that they get a move on to the new lands already in search of snow are actually going to hurt them, and if they should be sticking around and gathering more food instead, like little Junie, who is going to stay here because this is her home now. She was born here, her mother and father both passed away here, and I feel like she really feels that this particular tree offers all she could ever want from life, so why would she move on? She's not driven by the same searching desires the rest of the tribe is, but we'll see what happens next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.